everyone. My name is Atif Sabir and I'm here with another informative episode of Review Series. Today I am here to share my review and thoughts of the famous TED Talks Stop Teaching and Start Learning by Mariappan. First, talk about the speaker. Mariappan is an award-winning, innovative higher education leader and professor of mechanical engineering known as his passion for teaching and his belief that education must shift from stop teaching, start learning. His education, he holds a PhD. He has over 30 years of industrial, academic, and entrepreneurship experience. He has served as an engineer, an academic administrator, a professor of engineering, and a community organizer and the entrepreneur. He has held roles such as Associate Vice President of Research Program at California State University. Previously served as Associate Vice President at California State University. He has also a Professor of Mechanical Engineering at California State Polytechnic Universities. He is the author of several books, include LEGO EV3 Robotics, a guide for educators, and he's working on the document titled Stop Teaching, a guide is to become a better teacher. These TED Talks, delivered by engineer and educator Mariappan, offered a powerful analysis of traditional teaching-centric educations and call for the fundamental shift towards students-led discover-based learning. The speak's central arguments is simple: stop teaching and start helping students learn. He used rich personal stories and historical context to illustrate how the current system sacrifices basic motivation for roll memorization and passing exam. There are 10 key takeaway points for the talk. Number one, the social pressure of career path. Begins by sharing his experience growing up in the Asia, where social pressure dedicates that our children must choose to be a doctor, an engineer, or a failure in early life. This pressure set a rigid, narrow educational path, disturbing himself as like a horse with a pads on. The second one, education as playing dues. He reflects that his journey felt less like genuine learning and more like always preparing for exam, a feeling of paying by dues in high school just to get through it, similar to a minor criminal going to prison. And the third point, despite the global desire for education, the speaker noted a lack of precise definitions. He points out the common students' qualification studying which he advised sound like studying, dying, highlighting the lack of enjoyment. The fourth one, learning in differences to the stress of traditional schooling, natural learning, that light bulb goes into you. Movement is an basically sacrificing activity that make you feel good or content. The cost of hope. Students pursue education because it offers hope, or for a better job, social status, or a new skills. But this hope often comes with a massive budget or pressure on the pocket. Number six, natural learning, the example of walking. In this point, Maria Penn talks about children learning their most fundamental skills, like walking without being taught. They fall thousands of times, but adults simply watch and enjoy the process without lecturing them on how to walk, demonstrating that learning occurs in the absence of teaching. We move to the next point. Seventh one is natural learning, the example of language. A 5-year-old masters a complex skills language just by interacting with their environment. Parents do not teach grammar lesson to their children, and mistakes are used as delightful. This nursery mystery differs sharply from formal education. The downhill trajectory. The speaker observes that the same kid who learn language on their own start performance poorly on standardized tests after their entire enter formal schooling, concluding teaching started and things went downhill from the onward. Teaching is a teacher centric. In this point, the speaker talk about the teaching sacrifices learning because the moment the concept of teaching is introduced, the focus shift to the teacher. How am I going to prepare my PowerPoint slides? This distinguish engage the process from the student's need. In the last point, the solution engagement through stories and simplifies. Mariappan includes some stories and some famous talks about the to understand the solution of this talk. The only way to help students is to engage them. Mariappan argued that stories are powerful engagement tools, which boost up and helps the students to high their morale and focus towards their goal. Even in engineering, furthermore, he campaigns the rigid fundamental approach. If you cannot explain a concept simply to the level of a 15th grade, you do not truly understand yourself. In the last, I once again repeat the my key points of this review. The social pressure of career path. The first one, to choose your desire or approaches career. Number two one is education as paying dues. The pressure of dues on the mindset that will handle all the attention of the students and lose their focus. Number third one, the bigger goal of educations, the thinking of a students for his career. Number four one is the learning is instantly satisfying. Number five, the cope. Number six, natural learning, the walking of example of small kids who concentrate and repeat their action and not let down. And at the last, they can get their desired result. Number seven, natural learning, the example of language, which is very useful for the kid from his learning life, childhood to the gentleman level. Then number eight, the downhill trajectory. And number nine, teaching is a teacher centric. And the last one is the solution engagement through stories and simplifications. This is all our for today my review. I hope you will enjoy the review and some information from my review is collected for your approaches. Thank you very much. I will be right back with the next